The Celtics get their sixth win in a row with a 113-95 victory over the Sacramento Kings, but at what cost? Jayson Tatum goes down with a ankle injury on a dangerous play from Domantas Sabonis.
Great in and out dribble. Oh! He set off the smoke detector.
You'll crank that volume, turn it way up. Get your
Jaylen
Brown.
What's up, everyone, and welcome in to your Celtics Source, home of your 53-19 second place Boston Celtics. We'll get to the Jayson Tatum injury later, but I want to start with, what Baylor Shyman is doing right now. Baylor Shyman, a rookie out of Creighton, coming into the game here in these last couple of games, and making a huge impact. Not just his scoring, right? He plays 28 minutes, scores 9 points, 3 of 6 from 3. The confidence that he has, could he actually be a reliable option in the playoffs if, say, Jayson Tatum and Jaylen Brown need a breather, or even in a game like this where Jayson Tatum goes down and you need someone to fill in those minutes? I actually think he could. He's definitely stepped over Jordan Walsh. It seems like he's, you know, rivaling Kata's minutes right now, even though they play different positions. It seems like Joe Mazzulla is opting to go smaller to get Sharman on the court instead of big, doing double big with Kata. So that's great to see. Um, what else? You have, you know, this is a rough game for Jaylen Brown. But Jayson Tatum goes out, and you think, if we remember back to the 2023 playoffs where Jaylen Brown couldn't step up when Jayson Tatum rolled that ankle, you know, uh, Jaylen Brown again doesn't step up in this game, and maybe it's the injury that he's been dealing with. I don't know why he came back in this game after he's been sitting out for much of the last couple of weeks here with that knee injury and back injury that I think he's dealing with. But he scores 9 points, just 1 of 3 from three, 4 of 8 overall. It's not even like he had a bad scoring night. He just was not aggressive. He just couple of those, couple only one turnover, but if there was a stat like potential turnovers, he would lead the league in that. Very clumsy out there. Some interesting passes. He had one that rolled off his knee when he took one dribble after the Celtics were kept passing it around the perimeter, kicking and moving, and Jaylen Brown is the first one to take a dribble, and he rolls off his knee. Luckily, it goes right to Porzingis, who can just dunk it. But just a interesting game by him. Okay, Jayson Tatum, right? He goes up to shoot the three, gets it to fall, and Domantas Sabonis, dangerous play underneath him, undercuts his foot, lands on Jayson Tatum, lands on it, rolls his ankle, and he comes back, shoots the free throws. It was a flagrant one. Could have, should really be an ejection. Like on a game where the Kings were just bullying the Celtics around, and Celtics weren't getting any calls. In a game like this, it felt like the Kings knew they could push it a little bit because the refs weren't calling anything. And so I'm not usually one to get mad at the refs just because this happens to the Celtics often too. But lately, the Celtics have been getting the worst end of almost every call right now. So not a dirty play by Sabonis, right? He knew what he was doing. He had to. Like, there's much better ways to contest that without fouling. Like, it's a hard shot anyway. You don't need to add that much pressure onto him. Especially because Jayson Tatum's not great at those types of shots anyway. But Jayson Tatum goes down. Luckily, he, walks to the locker room, and, Joe Mazzulla says he was could tie his shoes and eat food without a boot or anything, without, obviously he's in pain. but he walks out of the arena with no boot, no crutches, just a limp in his leg, which is a good sign. But then Joe Mazzulla, he's gotta. It'd be nice if he would give us a little bit more information than just that, because like he's so like doesn't say anything to the media, and it's getting annoying because like he could be out for 4 weeks, and Joe Mazzulla would say, "Yeah, he's fine," or he could come back tomorrow, and Joe Mazzulla will say, "Yeah, he's fine." So like you get no information from him, and I mean he's media trained, but like you still really wish that he would give you a better update. And maybe there isn't an update. Maybe they just didn't, they don't know yet. I think he'll get an MRI today. If you're watching this video late, he might have already gotten one. But yeah. What else? Luke Kornet continuing to shine. Oh, actually, one more thing on Jayson Tatum. It's too bad that he's already gotten the 65 game minimum, so he's gonna get All NBA. But like he was just starting to become prime MVP type Jayson Tatum that we didn't even know if he could get to this level, averaging like 25 points, like 9 assists, 9 rebounds, like MVP level right here. And he was just starting to come into that form, making mid range, making threes, getting to the rim, really controlling all aspects of the game. And so it's too bad to see him go down here in a stretch where he could continue to dominate and improve on those skills. Luke Kornet, 13 points. We didn't get the emotions from him tonight, the barking and whatever, but another awesome night for him. Five of six. He went 6 for 6 last night, but 5 for 6 for him. Continuing to be a spark actually off the bench. That your $20 million center right here. No, I don't think he'll get that much, but he might leave after the season. So if he's gonna play like this, you know, basically right now, I actually think he's playing better than KP. KP has the shooting, and obviously he poses that huge mismatch for any team, but it's very inconsistent right now. And the Celtics are actually, minus. I think they're a minus actually with KP on the court. Maybe they're not a minus, but their offense is worse than him off the court. And Luke Kornet, on the other hand, him and Jayson Tatum have the second best duo in points per possession this season. There's a new duo in town, right? It used to be Cookies and Cream. Now it's Luke and Duke. So Luke Kornet is just a player that really no other team has a matchup for. Not because he can't be guarded, but because he's coming off the bench, and there's just not guys on the bench for other teams that are doing what Luke does. Who else? Drew Holiday, right? Just another game in his weird season for him, right? Not knocking down that shot, making plays, but then he'll miss these casual layups and whatever. Just a weird season for him, I think he's gone this summer, but just because of how large his contract is. But he's not going to be that big shooter in the playoffs. It's not going to be like he's just going to turn around in time for the playoffs. So we are going to get a much less productive Drew Holiday in the playoffs. Maybe Payton Pritchard's closing instead of Drew Holiday in some playoff games. You still want the defense, right? Drew Holiday's defense is a lot better than Payton Pritchard, but the offense is so much better. So maybe you make that risk. But what else? You know, we got the oh yeah, Payton Pritchard, right? 22 points off the bench, made another buzzer beater from a awesome pass from Jayson Tatum. But what he's doing, right? I've talked about this all season. It's just unbelievable, right? 5 of 13 from three, 8 of 18 overall. So not even that efficient, but his ability to get to the rim when his shot is not falling for a guard that is like 6'1" is incredible. I don't even know how. He was like bodying up, pump faking on Domantas Sabonis, getting him to get to foul him. Just incredible. I don't know how he's able to do that. Sam Hauser sat this game out. Might have just been a built-in rest day for him. Maybe his back's bothering him a little bit more. So we'll keep in touch with that one. But Celtics play Phoenix on Wednesday. Jayson Tatum is going to sit that one out, is my guess. Hopefully he'll be back Saturday. If not, they still have three and a half weeks. Plus, they probably have a little bit more time while the play-in tournament's going. So if he is to miss the rest of the season, I don't think it's that big of a deal. What else? Oh, yeah, too bad Jayson Tatum and Kevin Durant can't go at each other Wednesday. That'd be a fun matchup. Phoenix, a weird season. Just a pretty bad season overall, but then they'll have these stretches where they just look unstoppable on offense, and that makes sense with Kevin Durant, Devin Booker, Bradley Beal. But I'm gonna wrap this up. Please like and subscribe, follow on social media. You can find all of these podcasts or all these videos on Spotify and other podcasting apps after this video is uploaded. So make sure to check it out there. And until next time, go Celtics.
It's over. Time to say it again, Boston. Anything's possible. Banner number 18 has been secured.